Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Anas Mashabi. Me and my teammate Imran Abdullah will present to you defining the activities for our project. So let's go to the agenda. First, we will talk what is the activities, what the meaning of activities. Then, what are the activity lists? What is the activity list for our project? Then, what is the activity attribute? After that, we'll talk about the milestone list, and finally, the critical path method, SCMP. So let's start. First, defining the activities. Activities are the thing. First, to define the activities, we have 3 inputs and general 5 outputs. The inputs, we have the project management plan, which is the master plan for the project in general, and we have the F and OPA. F is enterprise environmental factors, and OPA is the organization process assist. To do the activity or to define the activities, we will use some tools and techniques like expert judgment, rolling wave planning, and meetings. At the end, we will have a general 5 outputs, but there's 3 main outputs we have. So first, the activity list. Second, the activity attributes. Third, the milestone list. So let's go to first one, which is activity list. The activity list is a list for activities that we will do in the tasks we have. So, for example, we have here the name of the project or the project that we will do. This project will divide into phases or sub-projects, and each phase or sub-project will have multiple tasks or work packages. So in these work packages, we will generate some activities to do these packages or the tasks. So for example, this is just an example of an activity list. So for our project, which is the introductory course, we generated some activities for our task and subtasks. So first we have our first task, which is approvals, and the subtask is taking approvals from College of Engineering, and the activity is connecting with the college administration, and this is the first one. Second one, preparing the letter form. The third one is signature of the college dean. This is for the first subtask. We have the second subtask is taking approvals from the presenters. So the activity for this subtask is determining the selected major that we will talk about in our course. First one. Second, searching for good presenters, and they have to be KAU students. Third is contacting with these presenters and take the initial approval from them to be our presenters. The third subtask we have is from Al-Ghas Mubarak office. The activity is contacting with the office administration. The second activity is preparing the letter form. The third one is take the signature. So this is an example of a task and the activities for the first task. Yeah. So here in MS Projects, to save the time, we added all the tasks for each subtask and each task. So first we have the approvals here. This is the subtask, and this in this class is the activities for each subtask. So we went through the approvals, all of them, then the curriculum, preparing the content. This is the subtask. The activity is choosing the topics, preparing the presentations, and we can keep on. And we added all the activities here that we need to implement to do our project, and estimate the time required. Estimate the time required to do each activity here and put it in the MS project. So these are our activities in our project. Let's go to the presentation. So this is the activity list. Now we will go to the activity attributes. And what do we mean by that is a description or describing what each activity is and what we mean by each activity. So for example, for the first task here, we have the approval from the College Engineering, and these are the activities contacting with the college administration, and these are the attributes for each activity for our project. And here we have the third, the first three activities is from the first task here, and these are the attributes for each activity here. So let's go. This is we have in total 28. We have total 28 activities. And this is, for example, this is activity 8, searching for presenters to present our course. So the attribute is looking for a good speakers students to be our presenters. So this is an example for one of our activity attributes. We go here. This is the third slide, which shows the activities from number 15 to 21, and each activities with each attribute description for each activity, and also the task that generated from the activities. Yeah. So this is the fourth slide, which shows the activities from number 22 to 28. And this is the last activity we have, which is from determining the type of experiment. That experiment we will do in the our course. So the attribute is choosing what are the experiments that will be represented in the course. So this is the attribute, and each attribute describe the activities. So let's go to the milestone list. And we mean by milestone is the activities or the tasks, the general tasks that needed to be delivered each time while going through the project. So in general, we have 5 milestones. The first one is receiving all the approvals from our stakeholders. This is the first milestone. The second one is preparing the content of the course that we will go to, we will present to the students. The third one is the whole reservation. The fourth one is determining the type of experiments that we will do. The fifth one is announcing the course. And we will add each of these milestones in our MS project so the first one is receiving all approvals, and to do that we will go here after the approvals. We can add the milestone by clicking on this icon, milestone. He will generate automatically a milestone here. So so this is our first milestone we have. The second one is preparing the content, and we can add this also in the same process after the tasks. So adding by milestone. So this is the our second milestone. Third milestone is whole celebration, and this is goes right here, the milestone. The fourth one is determining the type of experiments, and this is goes here. Yes, and finally announcing the course, and this is goes right here. We can add it by clicking on this icon. So we added all the milestones that we have in our project. Yes, so these are our milestone list. Well, this is our this is the milestone list that we have for our project. Now we will go to the critical path method with my teammate Imran.
Assalamu alaikum. Simply critical path mean the track that you should consider when you start your project, which means each of the tasks on this path are so important to start and finish on the defined date, because any late of any task of these on the path will mean the late of the whole project, and that's something no want to happen. Critical path method is a process like any other process, has an input and an output. Our inputs like project management plan and project documents and yes, the agreements and if and OPA. These in the middle here, the tools and techniques that we are going to use to generate the critical path. And finally, we are going to have the outputs as shown in the slide. Next. This is the form of the critical path. Each of these tasks are clarified in the left picture. You can see the activity duration, the activity symbol in the first, after that, the activity duration. And on the left, you can see the earliest start time and latest start time, which is mean the planned start time and the late start time. On the right side, you can see the earliest finish and the latest finish, which is mean also the planned finish time and the late finish time. Now we are going to show you how to generate the critical path in the MS project in the first, and after that we are going to show you how to generate it manually. Okay, so I need to share Anas. As you can see now, this is the MS project. We already generated the tasks as my teammate Anas showed you before minutes. These are the durations of each task. And these are the relations between the tasks, such as start to finish, finish to start, and all of these relations. Here in the right side, you can see the Gantt chart of the project. Okay. The Gantt chart, by default, does not show you the critical path of the project, which means that you don't know which of these activities you should consider and do it at the time. So now I'm going to show you how to do that. By going to the tab format, by going to the format tab, you can see all these
Icons.
all these tools, yes, all these icons. Among them, you can find the critical path. When you click on it, you can see the change in the color of the bars on the Gantt chart. And these are the critical path that you should consider while you're doing your project. These tasks cannot be late. You need to start it at the time and finish it on the time, because any late of these tasks, which will lead to the late of the whole project. You can show it here on the activities by clicking the View tab, going to the highlight, and choose the critical. It is not clear as the Gantt chart, because the MS project selected all the tasks in the task sheet, which is mean this is not an activity. This is a summary task. I need to know which of the activities that I need to consider. So the Gantt chart show you the critical path much more clearly, more than the task sheet. Also, there is another ways to show the critical tasks by going to the calendar of the Microsoft project. You can see the task which with its date, and by going to the View tab, also choosing the critical, he will show you here which of the activities that you need to consider. There is a third way to find the critical path also. By going to the network diagram, here you can see all of your activities and its relations also. Okay. By default, the network diagram shows you the critical path that you need to focus on. Starting from finding a suitable hole in our project, we need to finish all the following tasks in that time to ensure finishing the whole project on the right time. With the final activities, which is printing the certifications for the students. Microsoft project doesn't teach you how to find the critical path by your own. So we will need a help from another software to find the critical path manually. Okay. So we used the help of the Lucid Chart website to draw the critical path and calculate the float of each other tasks. Okay. Now I'm going to show you. This is the Lucid Chart website. You can have participation. What you call it? You can have an account in this website for free. So all the tools that you are going to use to generate your critical paths are for free for any user. So we're going to have to start a blank document, and I'm going to show you how to insert the icons that you're going to use. This is the default document that will generate when you open the Lucid Chart website. And these are the tools that you can use to generate any diagram you want to do. For an example, you're going to drag any of these symbols, any of these shapes. By double click on it, you can type what you want. After that, you can draw an arrow as you like and connect it with any other shape you decide. Okay. Since that we are going to use tables to describe the task names and the duration and the predecessor's task, we are going to use tables. So we are going to insert tables shape here. Okay. And the website prepared to you. You can drag any kind of tables you want to use, add some rows to it or some columns as you like. I already prepared a diagram to explain to you how to do the critical path. I've copied all the tasks from Microsoft project, all the task names with its durations and the predecessor's tasks. Okay, I highlighted the activities that we need to focus on to minimize the table to be more easy to explain it to you. Okay, let's move this away and okay, that's much better, right? Now I'm going to show you the activities that we need to draw the diagram for it. This is the symbols that we are going to use, and I changed the relations between them. Before it was with numbers, as you can see here, because I've copied from Microsoft project, and now it is I used symbols to make it much more clear. Okay, here are our tasks. I'm going to connect them as the relations in the tables. Okay, let's start to save the time. I'm going to start with the task A. It's going to start at 0. After that, its duration is 2 days, so it should finish after 2 days. Okay. Task B has relations with the task A, which is start-to-start relation. Okay. This is the connection between them, and I can add it, description of this relation, which is SS, start-to-start. Okay. Start-to-start relation. Start-to-start relations mean when the task A starts, task B should also start. So its start date will be after 2 days also. Okay. When I sum the two, the start date and the duration, I'm going to have the finish time, which is after 4 days. Okay. After that, task C has a relation with task B, which is which is finish to start this. Okay, I'm going to take the finish date from the predecessor task and add it to the successor task. Okay, and it will finish after 6 days. I'm going to go through all of these quickly to show you the critical path finally. D is going to start now, and E has a relation with B, which is start-start relation. Okay, start-start relation. This is going to start from 0 and end at 2. This is going to start from 2 and end at 4. Okay. After that, task F going to have a task F has a relation with task E, which is start. This is 4, and this will be 6 also. task G is related to task C. This one is task G. The 6, and it will finish at 8. After that, task H has a relation with task G. Going to start at 8 and finish at 11. After that, task I has a relation with task G. And finish at 16. No, at 16. Task J has a relation with task C. So here we're going to draw another arrow to task J. It's going to start at 6. Finish also at 8. After that, task J has a relation with task K has a relation with task J, and task L has a relation with the two tasks, with these two tasks. Okay, so this is an arrow to K, start at 8 and finish at 11, and this task has a relation from these two tasks. Okay. In this case, we are going to take the greater number of the finish dates from these two tasks. So in this case, the start date of this task will be 11, and the finish date will be 14. After that, task M going to has a relation which is finish to start with L, and N has a relation with F and I. Okay. This is the relation 14 and 16. Task N has a relation with I and F. This task is F. Okay. The finish date here is 16 and the finish date here is 6. So we are going to put the 16. The final date will be 19. After that, task O has a relation with M and N. Okay. This is task O has a relation with M and N. The greater number among them is 19. So here we're going to start from 19 and finish on 21. Okay. After that, task B has a relation with task M, which is finish to start, and a relation with O, which is start to start. Okay, this one is task B. Task B. Here, this is finish to start, and this is start to start relation. Here we are going to take the greater number between these, which will be the 21. Okay, and it will finish at 23. Okay. After that, task Q will have a relation from F and also task O. That task Q. This is task O. Okay. And this one far here is task F. This one. You can change the look of the arrow as you like to make it much more simple. This one starts at 21, I mean, and this one starts at 6. So we are going to choose 21. After that, finally, the task R has a relation with F and Q. R here Okay. And this is the queue. The queue should finish at 23, and this one should start at 23 and finish at 25. Okay, good. After that, task S has a relation from R and Q, and task T has a relation from S, and U has a relation from T. Okay. This one is task S, and this its relation. Okay. We're going to take the greater number, which is 25, and finish at 26. After that, this one starts at 26 and finishes at 28. And this one starts at 28 and finishes at 29. Okay. Finally, task V starts, has a relation with I and J, and task W has a relation with task V. Task X has a relation with these two tasks. Okay, let's start with the V. Has a relation. I'm sorry. V has a relation with I and J. Yes. This one and this one. Okay, this one ends at 8 and this one ends at 16. We're going to choose the 16 and the finish date will be at 18. After that, task W takes from V and task X takes from V and W. Okay. This one is 18 and the other one is 21. Okay. You can move it as you like. Am I doing it right? Task X take from V. Oh, it is an start relation. So I can delete this arrow and let it like this. This is relation. Okay, we're going to take the grade number, which is 20, and it's finished at 22. Finally, task Y takes from W and X, and task Z takes from U. Okay. Like this, like that, 22. And it's finished at 25. And this one here, like that, 29. And it's finished at 30. Task AA takes from S, Y, Z. Okay. S, Z, and Y. Here 30, up there 25, and here 26, so we're going to choose 30. It's finished at 33. Task CC takes from AA and BB. Task BB takes from task B. Okay. Task B. Here is task B. Okay. It's end at 23. So This one will start at 23 and finishes at 26. And finally, this starts at 33 and finishes at 35. Okay. To find the critical path after all of that, we are going to go through all of these tasks again, but backward. So in this case, you're going to take the smallest number from the previous tasks, okay? This task should finish at 35, however, okay? So it also should start at 33 here, 33, okay? So it doesn't have any float, any chance to delay it or start it earlier, okay? It has to start at 33 at the 33rd day and finish at the 35th day, okay? So its float equal to 0, okay? After that, here we're going to take the smallest number, which is 33, okay? And its latest date start will be 30 because we are going to do mathematical calculation. So 33 minus 3 will equal to 30. Okay, here 33 minus the duration will equal also to 30. The float here is the difference between these or these. Okay, the difference is equal to 3. So you have a chance to start late by 3 days. I'm sorry, the difference is 6. Okay, yes. 6 or 7, guys. That's the real float, right? Yes.
7, yeah, 7.
Right.
Yes. Okay. And here, no float, so it's equal to 0. Now.
Okay, Amran, chill, because the Zoom, we will stop here and redo it again, okay? Or continue again, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
So, as you can see, we finished calculating all the starting times and ending times for all tasks, okay? And we defined the float of each task. And finally, we found our critical path, okay? It starts from task Q here. From this task and all the following tasks, you should not late to finish any of these tasks, because any late in this track or in this path will lead to the whole project late. So we are going to mark it with red color to make it easy to know which this critical task. Okay, so as you can see, this is our whole critical path, or this is our whole activity diagram, and these starting from here are critical tasks. Okay, we need to know what are these tasks. Okay, so here, okay, yes, these are our critical tasks, which is we will need to find a suitable hole and contact with the administration of the hall to rent it. And these tasks should not be late, okay? Purchase the goods and start the course and printing the certifications for the students who will attend this course. These marked tasks should not be late, or the whole project will be late. That was the critical path for our project. And now my teammate Abdullah will continue with you with an example, a more easiest example about the critical path.
Okay.
Thank you, Amran. I'm Abdullah Alghamdi. I'm going to talk about the critical path. And here is a question of critical path. And there is 4 questions. What's which path is the critical path, and what is the float of activity H, and what is the float of activity F, and what is the float of activity B. And I'm going to share screen from my laptop. Here is the question, and I do it before. We can see here from the start to end, and here is the A and 3, the number, write it in the question, and C and 2 and the number. We will start, and I will explain you how I start. We'll take the 0 from here and add it with the number 3, the number in the question. It's equal 3. And here also 0, we will add it with 2, it's equal 2. And 0, we will add it with 4, it's equal 4. And when we are going to go here from B to F and D, we will take the 4 here and we'll add it with 1, it will equal 5, and 4 we'll add it with 2, it's equal 6. And from here, the number here is 3, and the number here is 2, and A and C is going to E. So we will take the largest number from them, it's 3. So 3 plus 5, it's 8, and 4 plus 1, okay, 3 plus 5 is 8. Then we will go to from 8 here, and we will add it with 11, it's 19. And also here from F, it's going to I and G. And they also go to G and I. So we will take the largest number here. It's 6. So we will add here 6 and here 6. 6 with 6 is 12, and 6 with 8 is 14. All this 3 block H and I and J go to end. So we'll take the largest number, it's the 19. 19 here. We will add it with 0, it's 19. And we will go back forward from end to start to see which is the critical path for us. So here is 19. Here is 19. We will go into all these 3 blocks. So 19 minus 11, it's 8. 19 minus 8, it's 11. 19 minus 6 is 13. Here we can see it's going to 8, but here 11 and 13 will take the smallest number, and we'll move it to the other blocks. So F and D will go with 11, and also here 11. 11 minus 2 is 9, and 11 minus 1 is 10. And here we'll take a 3 for to A and 3 to C also. So 3 minus 2 is 1, and 3 minus 3 is 0. And here we will take the smallest number between 4 and 4, it's the same, so we'll take 4. Between 9 and 10, I'm sorry, we will take 9. 9 minus 4, it's 5. And there were 4 questions. What is the critical path? Critical path is when we will see the number here, 19 and 19. And from the finish, 19 and 19, earliest finish and latest finish. And earliest start and earliest finish is the same. So 8, 8, 19, 19. And here also 8 and 8. And here 3 and 3. And here 3 and 3. And here 0, 0 and 0. I mark it with the gray color, so you can see the start from start, then A, then E, then H, then end. And there were a question. It's what's the float on of activity P and F and H. We can see the float. Float is the difference between the earliest finish and the the latest finish. So the difference between 4 and 9 is 5. You can see it here, a bit here. And also about F, the difference between 11 and 5 is 6. And here, because it's critical path, so it's the difference is 0. This is about our question, and thank you for listening. Abdullah from Green Team was with you, and see you inshallah next time.